Hi, friends and fellow Earth Angels. It's Gladys, and welcome back to my monthly vlog. And so many times I sat down to do this, and I kept being blocked. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. There is so much happening with the energy right now, the dynamic of relationships, ourselves, so many things. And so I'm basically just going to kind of channel this and see where we go. So I do have my angel cards. I'm going to pull some of those in a little bit. But I just want to open up space for the energy and see what we come up with. So you're going to be witnessing me channeling. All right, so let me open up space by inviting in all our guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator, all holy beings of light that would like to assist with these messages that I'm going to offer for you today. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for our best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. I'm also going to ask that the messages that come through, they come through loud and clear. Okay, so it is February. February is one of my favorite months, and it is the month of love. And one of the things I've been talking about is this 9-year cycle that we're in. It started in 2017, and it'll go all the way to 2025. And what's happening is the last 9-year cycle, 2008 to 2016. That was the last 9-year cycle. And I dubbed that the 9-year cycle of healing through pain. So there was a lot of awakening and a lot of growth in that 9-year cycle. And so this 9-year cycle, from what I can see in the messages that I keep getting, this cycle is about reintegrating the energy of true love back on this planet. As we're in February, and we're reminded of love in this month because it's everywhere. Hearts and flowers are everywhere. We have to remember that the energy of love has been so damaged. It's been so abused, and there is this false energy or this illusion of what love is. Now, this may not be for everybody, but I really do trust that the people who are watching this are going to receive it. Maybe you're already going through it. Maybe you'll go through it. Maybe you've been through it. But I speak to the Earth Angel Collective. This is this consciousness of spiritual beings on this planet who have come to serve humanity in some way, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a counselor, whether you're a healer, whether you're providing services in some way, accessing your intuition. So these last couple years, 17, 18, we're really getting to the truth of the people that have surrounded us, and starting to make these shifts. This week alone, I'm seeing how the dynamics of relationships with friendships and significant others and family dynamics are changing. And so if we're here in this period, to reintegrate the energy of true love on this planet, we have to understand what that even means. So many of us are being called to this higher power, this divine source, this divine will. I call it God, maybe it's source, creator, universe, unconditional love vibration, whatever it is to you. So many of us, I had a client who came in last week and she said, I feel like I'm in this cocoon. I feel like I can't be out there with people. I feel like I'm so sensitive. And I was like, yes, you are. The divine can be tricky in that sense. In an aspect of we're separating from the need to fix, save, change, and make better, to jump in and to take care of everybody. So you have to remember, like, we love with our whole being. We truly want humanity to feel good. And there is a lot of pain out there right now. And I don't mean pain in a negative way. I mean pain in a way that it's forcing people to make changes and adjustments. Therapists, spiritual counselors, rehab programs, are booming right now in a sense where it's teaching people how to get in touch with their feelings. In order for us to feel that energy of true love and be in that space, we have to be doing our inner work. That means looking at the shadow stuff, looking at the wounded parts and the stuff that we have to work on. So these last couple of years, 2017, 2018, a lot of that stuff has come to surface. So 2018 was the year of like true colors, and I repeat these things, but it's so important in the natural progression of where we're going. So you have to understand that what you're going through now, the changes you're going through, whether you're embarking on a new journey and accessing your intuition and utilizing your gifts into this planet, maybe you're stepping away from an old job or old relationships that aren't serving you anymore. Now, friends, this is not about do I stay or do I go? This is not about I have to make the decision to divorce or quit my job or leave this family dynamic. We have to remember that in order for the changes to take form, we have to keep going within ourselves. As we do our own inner work, that energy around us will naturally shift. Things will naturally gravitate away from us. So we're in this space sometimes like, I've got to do more. What can I do? And how can I fix this? And how can I make it better? It's just the conditioning of what we are. And so I myself am learning to have experiences, be triggered, but yet learn how to pull back within myself and pay attention to how I'm feeling. And there's that word, feelings. It's one of those things that men and women run from. But we're getting, what's the word? I want to say triggered, but we are being asked to explore those feelings that we've been stuffing for so long. Men especially. So if you're in that masculine energy, men on a collective are shifting in a way where they're being squeezed to move more into life purpose. So if the masculine energy right now, and I have to say, I'm in a world right now where it's men in general, like that's what I see, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not women too. It's not really a gender thing, it's like a vibration thing. But what I'm seeing is, with the laws of nature, the masculine energy, in order for them to open their heart, and I've heard this so many times, in order for them to open their heart, they have to really be settled into life purpose. In order for the feminine energy to keep her heart open, she has to feel love. So when I'm in loving relationships, when I'm in this space of love, I come up with these really amazing ideas and I can move energy, right? And so when that energy gets pulled away, I kind of go into this abyss, which forces me to go in and find that love within myself. And it's a beautiful thing, but it also brings up loneliness, it brings up sadness. And I know I'm not the only one, because I know there's a lot of the feminine energies out there who are pulling back from situations that are no longer serving them and asking this higher power, where am I going with this? What am I doing? So, the feminine energy is being asked, well, both energies actually are being asked to go to that higher power, going to that inner place, and we're in a space of doing the work. So if you think about the emotional energy right now that we're in, it's like going to the gym. And when you go to the gym and you're lifting weights, you start off at like a baseline. Maybe it's 10-pound weights, maybe it's 5-pound weights, maybe it's 1-pound weights. And you work with those weights. And then at some point, it becomes easy. So now you move up to the next level. And again, it's through the resistance, it's through the repetition that you get stronger. And so we're in a space where we have now up-leveled the weights. And even though it feels hard, you have to remind yourself that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And these experiences that you're going through, the challenges, the difficulties, the struggles, the wants, the needs, it's just helping you become stronger as a stronger being. a lot of us may struggle with self-esteem stuff, so we might feel like we're doing it wrong, that God, we're going backwards. And you have to remember is that the next time when you level to a next space, it's just going to take some time to build up that tolerance. So what's happening right now is the masculine energy is the vibration on the planet is shifting, and there are so many gifts and so many talents for the masculine energy. The masculine energy, I just love men. I love the masculine energy for the stabilizers that they can be, the provider energy that they can offer. There's this groundedness that I admire because I am such a feminine energy. I'm like constantly moving and changing and growing and shifting. And so that masculine energy is a really great stabilizer for me. Now, I've had to learn how to access that masculine energy through my feminine energy, but we all have these gifts on this planet, and what's happening is things are balancing out. So we are being asked to balance out the masculine and feminine within us. So for example, one of the things that I'm working on right now is stability and provider energy and support for myself through my work, and my gifts of intuition in my feminine energy. So I'm using my feminine energy to create that stability, in a sense. So the things that I was codependent on, or the things that I was leaning on that I certainly could have done myself, is starting to get pulled away. And it's a good thing, it's a healthy thing, and it's just making me stronger. It's making me step up. And so what's happening is that there's masculine energy. Maybe this is your husband's, maybe it's your boyfriend's, it could be your dad, family, again, or it could even be like females who operate in the masculine. Again, it doesn't really matter gender, but it's the energy. So with that masculine energy right now, they are feeling the squeeze, and they're being asked to get in touch with their feelings. They're being asked on a higher level to grow. And, because society has really taught us to suppress and stuff, it's really become like scary or dysfunctional, where verbal and emotional abuse comes up, or poor behavior, challenges and difficulties. So we're being asked to really step back and find that balance within us. So if you're in a relationship right now where you're trying to fix and save and problem solve, and what do I do and how do I make it better, men or women, so maybe your woman is going through this and she's being nasty and she's being difficult because she's not growing and expanding and tapping into her need to change, and that can be stifled. If you're in this space, it's the universe and God's asking you to pull back and go within yourself. We're also being asked to strengthen our relationship with the divine, whatever that means to you. And it's no coincidence that that is coming up as a challenge in the world right now. And what do I believe? And how do I feel? And what energies am I connecting with? And we're in this depth of exploring love. And we have this power of this high vibrational, unconditional love vibration, and God is saying, let me show you. Let me show you. And so by men and women, masculine and feminine energy, reintegrating with this higher power, rebuilding a relationship with that, you become stronger within yourself. Because I can tell you, things will happen and there'll be adjustments and changes. So every time we ask for something else needs to change. And so we're in a space right now that we can't fix each other. We can't save each other. We can't change each other or make each other better. We do have to get to the space of accepting people as they are and seeing them for their pain, their strengths, their challenges, their beauty, their love, and letting people be who they are. I think we live in a society that's so involved in what everybody's doing that it pulls you outside of yourself. So this month of February, I feel like the romance angels and God and that Guinevere and that loving energy is asking you to be mindful of the things that you're enjoying. What are you falling in love with? What do you love to do? It's a feeling inside of us, right? And I feel like there's this constant like battle with what we want to do, but what we think we should do and how we're feeling and again, what's happening. So a lot of it, whatever's happening in your life right now roots back to like your past, your upbringing and stuff like that. So there's a lot of purging going on right now. And so if you're in this place and you feel like things are getting hard and difficult, know that it's about to shift. It's about to change. As long as you keep going in within yourself, tapping into that intuition, calling on the divine, asking for assistance, pray, meditate, connect with a community, go to a church or some place that fills you up. Don't feel like you have to do it alone. So February can be very triggering for people. Maybe if you're single and all this love stuff is all over the place, embrace the energy of it. Embrace the celebration of love. So I just love everything love. I love everything love, and I love February. Despite my challenges in relationships, despite the challenges that I'm having now, I refuse to shut down my heart. I refuse to repel that because I don't have, let's say, what society says I should have. So I really had to do a lot of inner work with that and accept and allow what is to be what is. And so I feel like this month, the universe is asking you to fall in love with yourself, with the times that you have with friends, the good times that you have with a significant other or family members, but also to appreciating how far you've come. So we just entered the Chinese New Year. It started on February 5th. And it is a year of prosperity. It is the Earth Pig. It's the year of good fortune, luck. And so I keep asking the universe to tap me into that. So I'm looking forward to all the lucky things that just fall in my lap. I'm looking forward to being a magnet for the prosperity and the luck and the good fortune. I know it's coming. I know it. I can feel it. But again, in that sense, I have to be open to receive it through my heart. The shadow part of the Earth Pig is laziness, procrastination, putting things off. I don't feel like doing anything. So you have to see that in this love vibration, when you're radiating out love, you become magnetic, and that energy can come to you, being open to receive. So maybe you're in a space of meditation and just asking God, show me how to receive, or I'm opening to receiving your love and your light and your gifts and your knowledge and wisdom. But also too, you have to believe that you're worthy and deserving of. Same thing with the masculine energy. God is showing you a way to access life purpose. You are here for a reason. There is a higher purpose for you than just getting up and going to to a job every day that you don't love. There are so many spiritual masculine energies right now where you can be such an example for the healthy masculine, just showing up in the world and being kind to somebody, letting somebody go at a stop sign. Yeah, not everybody's going to receive it, and there are some nasty people out there, but still show up anyway. Show the world what a good masculine and a good feminine is. A smile, offering somebody support, and the energy can be really prickly right now. And so I know that people just don't want to feel like that, and they want to just cocoon and not be around people. But I feel it so strongly in everything that I'm seeing in the work that I'm doing, that the masculine energy is changing, and that there's knowledge and wisdom and gifts within you, and there's talents. There's things that you can offer the world. So think about that time when you were a kid and you just like to just go out and play, or there were things that you did that you've gotten away from because, again, with it, children or family or stuff or work and money, life will have to change. Absolutely, no doubt, life will have to change. And that's putting in the time and energy to making the adjustments, to to get where you want to be, which is feeling good again or feeling healthy. And so what's happening is we're being pulled out of these dynamics so that the masculine and feminine can become whole people within each other, and then we'll come back together as union. So I'm seeing this growth over the 9-year cycle, and relationship stuff is changing. So if you're in a relationship right now and things are changing, remember, you need two people who want to grow together. We need two people in any relationship who want to put in the time and energy to shift, right? Especially the feminine energy, because there's always movement with us. There's always growth. There's always change. And we want to be in that space where that provider energy can support us and we can kind of grow in that. What else? So know that if you're in these times of adjustments and changes and you're being challenged in your marriage or your relationship with your significant other right now, it's supposed to happen. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And I can't say enough to lean on God and the divine. Connect with supportive people who can support you on your journey and give you that energetic boost. So I want to pull some cards here. So I have my Archangel deck, and I want to pull some cards for February. So I already called in the divine, so let's ask the archangels. Which archangel would like to connect with us this month? What do we need to know this month? What angel? Let's go with this one. Archangel Azrael. And his message is hello from heaven. This is his message, Archangel Azrael. So it says, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their blessings. So Archangel Azrael is the angel of transition and change, my friends. Azrael comes into our lives when there's endings and completion. There's misconception with, I feel like he's one of the most misunderstood angels, because, if you Google him, his energy is like the Grim Reaper. He comes to people at their death, the shadow energy, and he's really not. He's actually this beautiful, warm, loving energy, but he goes into people's darkness. So if you're in a shadow space with you're scared or confused and you don't know what to do and you're overwhelmed, I feel like Archangel Azrael is asking you to invite him in. And so what Azrael does, he works with counselors, he works with spiritual counselors, he works with hospice workers, anybody who's working with sobriety coaches. He works with anybody who's helping people through transitions, whether it's actual life to the afterlife, or whether it is somebody releasing addictions and coming into a sober life. But there are powerful endings and beginnings. So I work with a lot of people who are in their shadow when they're lost and confused. And what I do is I shine a light of heaven's light, of divine light. I bring them back to the God that's within them in their own way. So he helps with awakening, but he also works with free will. And usually I see him on a bridge holding his hand out, and he's saying, I'm here for you. And what happens is he dulls his bright light to go in and sit in the shadow space with you. So if you're in a shadow space right now, maybe there's sadness, maybe there's depression, maybe there's being overwhelmed, sick, invite Archangel Azrael to sit with you. And what will happen is he'll come in so gently, and know that you're not alone in that space, but he's helping you move through this transition. This is a big time of cycles ending, patterns that we've been repeating over and over and over again, ending. It's like we're waking up to this, like, oh my God, like here this money problem is again, here this relationship problem is again, here this boss thing or this coworker thing, it's back again. Why does this keep happening over and over again? So if you can pull out of it as that other person's problem, if you can go within yourself and saying, okay, what within me, or what, how can I learn from this, or how is this person a teacher for me, and how is it strengthening me to know about my worth and my value and my my wants and my needs. So Azrael brings all this stuff to light. He's awesome. So again, if you're in a shadow space right now and you're really just feeling like you're being tested and tried in your relationship, invite him in. You know, we've got to do the work on ourselves first. And as we do, the energy around us shifts and changes naturally. So really, we have to get to the place where we have to accept people for as they are. That doesn't mean we have to put up with baloney. That doesn't mean we have to put up with abuse. That means accept that person for that's the space that they're in. Pull back and ask yourself, okay, what is it that I need in this moment? Now you're, again, bringing in that energy of love, that energy of support, that energy of comfort. So what we're supposed to be doing on this planet is comforting people, supporting them, teaching them, inspiring them by living our best life. So the best thing you can do right now is get busy on those projects, access intuition, those creative ideas. Get out. Sometimes it's just a time out and getting some fresh air. If you don't know what to do, stop. Stop trying to figure it all out and mentalizing. It may not be time yet for a shift or a change or growth. Go within and give yourself that time out. Give yourself that rest. Give yourself that break that you probably energetically need so badly. Patience has been a thing for me. It's been one of those things that I've had to really work hard on and be mindful, because I just want to go. I get an idea and I just want to make it happen. And I have been in this space of being like held back, but I can tell you, I've done a lot of work in this space of being held back. It feels good. It's kind of like a slingshot. You know, we're being pulled back, and you know, as we're out of this eclipse energy, this full moon energy, we just entered the phase of the new moon, the Chinese New Year. It's like that energy is about to be released and we're about to propel forward. So make sure that you're going in the directions of your dreams based on how you want to feel. I want to feel loved and supported. I want to feel like I'm part of a community who's growing and expanded. I want to feel like I'm with my people, the people who are creating and manifesting and activating their intuition. And I want to be in that energy. But again, I have to do it all with and for myself first. I have to feel supported within myself, provided for within myself. And again, that doesn't mean I can't do it on my own. I have some really great people in my life who are doing the same things, and we're supporting each other. So I'm hoping this is making sense. I'm hoping it's supporting you. Even if there's just one person out there that needs to hear this, this is why I do it. So let me, these are my angel prayer cards. And what message what prayer do we need for the month of February? No, let's pull this one. Express your creativity. See? Look at her. Just what I was saying. Her heart is open. Her hands are open to receive, and she's looking up to the divine. I'm telling you, this is the pathway. And if you've got stuff from like religion and rejection and stuff, God is saying, come back to me. I love you. I do not believe in a punishing God. I do not believe in a vengeful God. And I talk about this so much on my weekly readings. So follow me on YouTube. My channel is Heavenly Hugs. Every week I offer nuggets. I offer guidance and support. Now, everything may not resonate with you, but I can tell you something will resonate. You may get like one word or a phrase or even an angel or something to help you on your pathway. It's like one thing leads to another, and that's why I've been asked to do this work. You know, I've kind of for years been in this little cave, in this little cocoon, and not wanting to put myself out there, but the divine has a lot to say, and they've chosen me to be a channel. It's no coincidence that I'm talking about accessing your inner gifts and creativity and getting on with those projects. And we pull a card that goes along with this. So the message says, thank you, angels, for helping me express my inner creator. So we have to remember that God has chosen us to be here so he can work through us, right? We need to co-create with this energy, because that energy is nothing without us, and we're nothing without that energy. And if we can access that higher power and going within and saying, God, how may I serve today? What can I offer? What can I do? I'm a communicator. I have the gift of this intuition of knowledge and wisdom and insight. But I can tell you, friends, I've come here with my vibrational numbers that's about integrity and wisdom and expression and sensitivity and creative cooperation and balance. Like, I meant to do this work. If you're not sure and you don't know what your numbers are, life purpose sessions, they're great. You just really need one session to kind of, it's like a GPS and a pathway, but it can help you access this abyss of knowledge and wisdom within. And I feel like with this express your creativity is expressing the essence of who you are. And you're not going to know that if you're so full of old beliefs, old ways of doing things and conditioning that people told you and how you're supposed to be. You're going to know that you're in flow because you're going to feel amazing. Green lights will be there. You'll be traveling. So right now, I know I'm in flow because I see all the divine numbers, 333 and 222 and 111 and 555 and 444. And I'm seeing every time I look up at the clock, I see 11, 11, 11. I see my grandmother's numbers, her birthday, her anniversary of her passing, like all these beautiful numbers. I know I'm in sync. I'm seeing animals and I'm reading their messages and I'm like, thank you for that animal medicine. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. But that's that part of being present, being mindful. And then when I'm triggered by something and something comes up, I go right in my bed and I lay down and I talk to God and I pray and I listen to my thoughts and feelings and I listen to my body. And what that does is it lessens the impact and speeds up the recovery process. So, okay, so one more. So because this is the Chinese New Year and it is the year of the Earth Pig and good luck and fortune, I pulled out my Abundance Angels deck. So these are super cool. And I want to pull a message on what we need to know about that abundance and good fortune. What message do we need for the month of February with prosperity and good fortune? Let's pull this one. It says raise or promotion. It says, congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. I'm telling you, it's tapping into that. It says, this is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Look how cool. So here's the card and the message. Raise or promotion. This is also about value and worth. Are you getting paid for your time and energy and the amount of work that you're putting into something? Are you respecting your gifts and your talents and getting paid what you're worth? I think one of the hard things about being in this spiritual field is worth and value. I see so many people giving away services and, oh, I just want to help people. Oh, I just want to, well, what's happening is there's like this backup in it. People need money, you know, and we say like, oh, like what if they can't afford it? Or what if this, what if that, you know, and my thought always is, we just had the Super Bowl. It was in Atlanta. Congratulations to the Patriots. And, you know, you have to remember, those tickets were what? $1,000 plus $3,000, $5,000 a ticket, and it was completely sold out. Money is there. Energy is there for you. It's about value and worth. So the Patriots own their value and worth. They know they're worth it. And again, that's the energy that they're in. So as a healer, as an intuitive, as somebody who's working, offering your knowledge and wisdom, maybe you're an IT person, or maybe you're a bookkeeper, maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a doctor, maybe you're in hospitality or a place of service. You are worth something, your value and your worth. And we're being asked to speak up and stand in our power. We're not supposed to be barely getting by. We're not supposed to be in this constant place of limitation. And I think all the time, like, you know what? All those sports arenas are sold out. The money is there. It's just accessing it. And I feel like this Earth Pig, this Chinese New Year is saying, hey, guess what? It's time to up level. And this might not even be monetary. It might be your degree of respect. It might be how you're being supported and taken care of by your family and your friends. And so the message is congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. That means it's there for the taking. So I have to say, what I do is, I sleep with abundance affirmations. It's sleep after affirmations for abundance, and it's just subliminal stuff to just kind of remind me of the space that I want to be in. I really too learn from and connect with people who are in that flow. Maybe it might not be my field, but they're doing it. I admire people who are accessing it and standing in this power of worth and value. I say all the time, like Oprah. Oprah commands a value of self-respect and this beautiful energy. And the other end is like Tony Robbins. Again, value and worth. Now, I'm not saying they're perfect, and I'm not saying everything they do is great, but there is this degree of self-respect. There's this degree of tapping into the knowledge and wisdom, how they're gifted. So that shadow behind you is people leaving. I don't want anybody to think, oh my God, there's a spirit in the room. That's not it. And that shadow that you see right there is the angel that's in my window. So it's so funny. I've got like this angel shadow over my shoulder. It's so cool. So anyway, it's like, who are your role models? Who are the people in your life who are doing it? And how can you be inspired by them? How can you be uplifted? How can you be supported by that energy? And that's why, so often the message has been being mindful of who your inner circle is, and your network and your vibration and the people and the energy that's around you. That means, it doesn't mean calling everybody and saying your energy no longer serves me. You can't be around me anymore, but just get busy doing the things that you want to do with the people that you want to be doing with it. Your body will tell you what feels right and doesn't feel right. So I think that's all I want to say about that. Again, I hope it resonates. I hope it's something that can support you on your journey. Happy February. Embrace the loving energy. It has been so beautiful here in New England. We've been very, very lucky this winter to be able to get out. I feel really good, which is great, because being a Cancer, Capricorn season can be my shadow. But I have to say I'm in a pretty good space despite all the changes that are going on. So get outside, get some fresh air, and just talk to God, talk to that unconditional love vibration, or whatever that force is, whatever that higher power is for you. Lean on that energy, and I can promise you're going to be guided in the direction of your dreams, and before you know it, you'll be in it. So I love you, friends. Trust in the divine. Trust in that higher power. Trust in your own intuition. And I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.